I wonder if it'll happen again.
Oh, and I guess this is where Stanley felt he needed to be right now, on this little hallway. Here, with no distractions, to study room 417. Not to actually enter it. No, 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 no. That would be far too forward. Stanley wanted to know it from the outside. To see it not just with his eyes, but with his heart. He would know room 417 as no man or woman had ever known an office before. That ladder over there. Oh, and that little picture of a horizon or something. It's all just a never-ending parade of joy for Stanley.
Really? That's what you get if you close the doors?
Ah, no, apparently not.
That's what happens if you close the doors to that hallway and stay inside there? Oh, this is a new one.
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was. He hoped very much that it was.
I don't think it's because there's a bright light. In fact, I'm quite certain it's because there's like paper everywhere. I don't know. I'm gonna keep checking all the things I never checked before. Keep trying all the doors. I don't know. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Stanley Parable with Whip. Rather than going back to Button Heaven or somewhere, Mr. Hannibal says in the first room you can get out the window. There's a window? Well, the first room. Early on in the rooms, you can crouch onto a desk and jump out. Well, yeah, I don't think you can actually... Okay, this is literally the first room. I mean, at this point in time, I can even go back into Stanley's office. Obviously that's not something we want to do, because there's literally nothing. But I thought... Just when I thought that there was nowhere else I could go...
We are confirming your shipment of 1,327 cardboard boxes to your place of work. Can you verify that this is correct?
Wait, what?
Understood. Your order will be canceled immediately. Thank you again for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation.
How did I just... Okay, I had to edit some keys around because... Oh my god. He's right, I can... I'm outside the window.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map, until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along.
Oh, crap.
He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in?
No, I'm trapped in a terrible white zone.
Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
What? No.
Ah, then in that case we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place. Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option?
Yes.
Clearly, this whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is rich.
Long enough.
Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky. Well now, I've built up the other option so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
Wait. It's not gonna let... Oh my god, I gotta begin the game again. How fun. Okay, you know what? Alright, that's fair. Now that I know it exists, yeah. Yeah, we have to do the other option. That's how the game works.
The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again.
So, how do I do that again? You have to get onto this table somehow. Okay. By getting a little bit up on that chair, and then, oh, yeah, a little bit on this chair. Somehow. I did it a moment ago. It's weird. It's a weird little mechanic. Like, you kind of hop a little bit on there, and then there we go, we're on the table. Then you kind of crouch over here, and then get outside the map.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map.
Oh, that's
until
hilarious.
He heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design.
Well, thank you,
all
Hannibal.
along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes.
Seriously, I wonder
So,
if there's
now that
anywhere
you're
else
here,
like
what do
this
you
ever.
think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in?
I bet the commentary is
Okay,
exactly
I'm
the
over
same.
it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet? Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want, like right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain.
Wait, what?
There once was a man named Stanley,
Oh my god.
who people considered so manly.
Oh my god.
But the truth must be told,
He's making
he
a
was
poem.
not very old and was quite particularly gangly. What Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them
Limerick
like some
style.
kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function.
Oh my
Which is
god.
why he is in this parable and lives an existence quite terrible. And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable.
How much are
You
they paying this
too
guy?
will become quite unbearable.
I really actually enjoyed that. It was an epic limerick. It's, the journey is way more worthwhile than the destination. This is just gonna go on forever. Oh my god. It is just a loop, isn't it? Toot, toot, toot. No? Maybe it's different. No. No, it's looping. I really think this ending is way more silly than we give it credit for. Maybe I'll go play some more Team Fortress 2 too in the meantime. This is at least better than the elevator music, which I sat in for at least like 4 minutes solid, hoping for something cool to happen, and nothing did. So, thanks for joining me, guys. This is Flip signing out. Wait. Is that it? Seriously? The music died? I thought it was looping. No, I'm sure that's actually it. Alright. You would have said something if there was more. See you next time.